Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is time for our Gnome Dies Spooky Add Ons Assembly video. Hey, so I'm using our Gnome Dies Spooky Add Ons along with the Boy Gnome Dies and the Girl Gnome Dies, P13 Stamping Pad Skin Tones, Doodlebug's Floral Graph, their Candy Stripe Sprinkle, their Dot Stripe, and their Gingham Linen and Monster Madness 12-inch pad. So I went ahead and I cut out the little froggy in the Gingham Linen. You'll see his little body is gingham. And his little head is from, I believe, the Dot Stripe. And I'm using Mowed Lawn and Distress ink to ink around the edges. I did cut out the background piece in black paper tray ink cardstock. So I'm just going to layer that up with some Bearly Art glue. All my die cutting today was done with my Empress machine, my Empress Mini from Anna Griffin, which is awesome. I'm working on a Stampin' Up pad using Bearly Art's glue, reverse tweezers, you know, all the same jazz. There we go. And now I'm going to pop down the little eyes that were cut out of white paper tray ink cardstock, and then the little tiny pupils I cut out of black. Now you're going to want to use one of these, you know, little Studio Katya's embellishment wand or an embellishment wand from someone else. It's just the easiest way to pick up these tiny pieces. And I will pop up the hands, which were cut from P13 Stamping Pad Skin Tones. That is normally available from Jaded Blossom, so keep your eye out. Hit the notification button for when they're restocked. If they're out. I'm not sure if they're out, so, you know, check that out. There we go. So there's the little hands, and there's the little girl holding onto it. You see that her hat is cut from that Monster Madness 12-inch pad. Her little dress is from Floral Graph. Black cardstock for her hair from Paper Tray Ink. And P13 Stamping Pad Skin Tones for her skin. Okay, so now I'm working on this little boy gnome. You see I had to do some stamp surgery to, you know, do the candy corn hat. So his little beard is cut out of dark chocolate cardstock from Paper Tray Ink. I used some white pigment ink and I inked around the edges of his beard. I'm doing the same with the sweet little patterns for his hat. So I'm adding down, this is Floral Graph. The next layer will be Gingham Linen in like an orange that I will ink around the edges with a little bit of that white pigment ink. I use close to my heart White Daisy just because that's what I have, but they're all very similar. I'm using a little sponge dauber there on my finger, and then I will put that together. And then the white on the top of the hat is just cut from Paper Tray Ink white cardstock. There we go. So it's very easy to do. A little bit of stamp surgery to cut the hat from behind a little bit, and then there you go. You notice that you always start with the little beard. And you'll see that the little shoes were cut out of Paper Tray Ink black cardstock, and I edged them in white as well. Okay, so now I'm going to glue down his little mustache, cut out of that same dark chocolate, edged in the white pigment ink. And then I will pop up the little nose with Stampin' Up dimensionals. There we go. Isn't that cute? Oh, he's so cute. And you can hold the frog too. Okay, so now I'm going to put together this little pumpkin. So first of all, I cut it out of pumpkin cardstock from Doodlebug, and I'm just using some pumpkin distress ink to ink around the edges with a sponge dauber. You'll see that I cut it out of Paper Tray Ink black cardstock first. Now, so this is just a flat pumpkin, and I cut the little jack-o'-lantern face out of it. And, you know, backing it in the black cardstock. And now I have a little pumpkin. I did cut the little stem out of dark chocolate cardstock as well from Paper Tray Ink. There we go. So this can be easy. You can just leave it like this and it looks great. No problems, right? Isn't that cute? So cute, you know. And you can pop her in there. Look at how cute that is. Just sweet. Or you could do it this way. So what I did was I cut it out of Paper Tray Ink black cardstock, and then I used Dot Stripe and in two different colors. So a lighter orange and a darker orange. And I used Distress ink in that pumpkin color. I think it's called actually I used Spiced Marmalade. Ignore that. I used Spiced Marmalade when inking around these little pumpkins. So I inked around all the separate pieces. I didn't want to, you know, show it to you again. It's very repetitive. There we go. I used a Ranger Distress ink or a Tim Holtz Distress ink sponge dauber to, you know, ink around the edges. I'm going to do the same thing with this little top part, alternating those two. You know, one will be dot, one will be stripe in the two colors of orange. I just think it's super cute from Doodlebug. You know, they just have super sweet little patterns. And I think that, you know, the nice thing is when they bring out a new, you know, paper pad, all their colors all coordinate. So if you can't get your hands on the Monster Madness, don't worry about it. Grab the new Doodlebug pad that came out, and you can, choose a pattern for her hat and just work around it. I love the rainbow petite prints from Doodlebug because then you could always use it, right? Isn't that cute? Just so cute. So that's a plain pumpkin. So now I'm going to put together the little ghost. It is cut out of paper triangle white cardstock using Barely Art Glue and black cardstock. And then I have a little orange piece of cardstock that I cut out. I don't even know what color that is, to be honest. But doesn't really matter. And, oh, you know what I did? I colored a piece of white paper triangle cardstock with a marker. Oh, here it is. It is YR18 Copic marker. Sorry, guys. That's what happens when you're not paying attention, right? Okay, so isn't that cute? So she can hold that super sweet little ghosty balloon. So now we have a pair of boo glasses. I cut it out of black cardstock from Paper Trank, then out of orange cardstock. That's Pumpkin from Doodlebug. And then this top layer is Orchid from Doodlebug. Now, remember that you can easily use that plain boo as a title, right? You don't have to use it as glasses. There we go. There's her little hand popped up. And now this guy can be holding funny little glasses. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so now I'm going to put this little one in the pumpkin, in the plain pumpkin. So I'm just going to slip it in. And I'm going to have one hand like she's holding onto the pumpkin, which is so cute. I'll pop that up with a little miniature Stampin' Up! Dimensional. P13 Stamping Pad Skin Tone. There we go. Oh, I got to find the little hand. Sorry, guys. These are my reverse tweezers. Isn't that cute? And now she's holding that super cute little ghosty. Now I'm going to trim her hat and add the little topper on. You'll see that my fingers are all orange from doing inking. There we go. And isn't that sweet? I just think it's adorable. There. And we've got that piece. And we've got this super cute little froggy. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, be inspired. The Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on this amazing release. Thanks, everyone. Bye.